Find functional hilarity at the Biffa Emporium. Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly. So we start off with Carlos's traditional over-flattery that she is the nicest and the prettiest. She is neither. So Trina's been working in real estate too. Good for her. So Trina used her real estate money and connection with Craig Mack to put on a concert with Jermaine Dupri and the Brat and some others back in the day that put her on the map. She regales us with the story of how they recorded You Don't Know Nam. I mean, this is a cute history of Trina's music, and she's doing most of the talking for once, so I don't have to listen to Carlos's impediment. It's actually enjoyable. She says that Missy has always pushed her in the industry to keep going because she considers Missy the best. And I'll agree. She said I was never bitter about not winning any awards because I was always nominated with Missy and I always thought she should win. That's big of her. So she says, you know, the first year of the BET Awards, Eve won and we went out and partied together after the show with Missy and Lil' Kim. Trina is tired of the negativity on the internet. She's like, back in the day, if you was talking about me, I didn't have any idea. But let's get to her feud with Nicki Minaj. So she does Queen Radio before the album comes out, and they wanted them to do Baps as a single. So she was initially fine with putting the song out as a single. So to her, it seemed like her record label wasn't being honest. Were they not paying Nicki? More money you had to put up for radio? You mean to tell me you were engaging in payola and sympathy? Why do you need money to put the song out on the radio? Other than payola rocks. So it was her manager that wasn't properly relaying the information, so she had to fire the manager. She said, I did a Mona Scott Young tribute to Cash Money about Nicki. So she's got love for everybody in the industry on her grown woman. It's honestly nice to see. She's like, I don't even think about no beef. Heifer selling out tours, I'm happy for her. She said she was friends with Cassie but never knew what was going on behind closed doors. All right, well that was pretty much it. It was dry. For once, an interview with Carlos King Spittle was dry. I can't believe it. Now, this is something that I can't believe. Andy Cohen admitting in an interview that he's waiting for the thing that will cancel him after the myriad of accusations and lawsuits. He's always waiting for the thing that's going to make it all fall down. I don't know. I feel like if it ain't falling down by now, it ain't gonna. Now, I will say this. Do I believe the cocaine allegations? Absolutely. People on television doing cocaine? I'm more shocked when they don't. And Leah, you seem like a girl whose nose is no stranger to candy. But you survived Ramona's singer and Bethany Ankle. I think you gonna be alright. Who may not be alright is BB Rexa, who last year got a black eye from somebody whirling a cell phone at her head on stage. Well, somebody threw something else at her at a concert in Wisconsin. One, I didn't know BB was popular enough to be in nobody's Wisconsin. I barely have heard of her out here in California. Hey, Wisconsin, they know they heifer? Well, child, I guess. She had to stop the show twice because people are throwing things at her. I mean, is that why people are buying tickets? Just to whirl some shit at you? You better perform with some plexiglass from now on. That is 3 people that shown up at your concerts that have just said, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I'm sure your music ain't that bad. How are we feeling about Housewives of New Jersey not having a traditional reunion? I feel like it ruins the season in a way because we all look forward to people having to take things accountable at the reunion. I look forward to that. But I can also see if we're not going to get anywhere, then it's time to move on. But this cast should have been recasted. We've been saying this Teresa versus Melissa shit is boring. I like when they brought Marge in. She's definitely stirred the turd. I say bring back Danielle Staub. Nobody does reality like Danielle Staub. I think that we can finally get rid of Teresa. I mean, I would like to see Louie drive her financially into the ground yet again. I mean, if she's going to prison again, fire up the cameras. But I just can't watch her fight against Melissa. And I mean, I guess you could kick Melissa off the show, but then honestly, it's just going to be her. I'm so glad she's not here. Really, I think that's all she would have to say. Unless we have a bankruptcy from her, I think they can both go. They can both go. I want the show focused on Marge and the rumors about Black Dolores and her lobster, because they say the reason he's not getting divorced is because he and his wife run brothels, and there's no way to break up that kind of money. I could definitely see Dolores dating a man who works with women of the evening. What would you call him, a pimp? Or more of a landlord? Last week, Alexander A.E. Edwards and rapper Travis Scott got into a true fisticuff scuffle in Cannes, France. And Cher said, I'm proud of my man. He didn't start the fight against two men. He finished it. I mean, now, I'm sorry. Cher is no stranger to having a man pull a punch over her. I'm sure she's not. I could see Sonny Bono popping somebody in the mouth over her, because you know them short men be with it. I ain't even mad at Cher. And Pink Toe's gonna keep they house news. An agreement has been reached in the foreclosure case against Kim Zolciak and Croy Bierman. They ain't paid shit. Ain't got no way to pay shit, but they gonna keep them in that multi-million-dollar home. They've got another 90 days to try to sell the property without the bank stepping in for foreclosure. No, I'm sorry, the bank should have been stepped in. Method Man says he will never again perform at Summer Jam after the dead crowd. The generation gap is just too wide for him. That is a damn shame not to be able to recognize a true great in front of you. These kids today don't know nothing. In that news, Sean Kingston has been booked into Broward County Jail on $1 million in fraud charges. They got you and your mama too. Janice Turner was released last week on a $160,000 bond and is facing 8 charges while Kingston is facing 10. The mother-son duo has been charged with conducting an organized crime scheme involving fraud, grand theft, identity theft, and racketeering. And they say they took $200,000 from Bank of America, a Cadillac Escalade from First Republic Bank, and $68,000 for a bed. For a bed? I mean, he ain't been paying his bills since his first hit. Still saying he knows Justin Bieber. Y'all ain't been in public together for a minute. The only thing you on together is that song and some bullshit. I haven't heard Sean Kingston's name associated with anything but fraud in years. Decades, even. So now Cardi B and Bia are having some type of beef. That really is like a hammer going after a nail, because Bia, I hope you can use this for the full free press and promo, because I remember when you was on Sisterhood of Hip Hop. It was Bia, Sia, and some other forgettable heifers. But let's go on and listen to this track to see if there's fire on the wax. Let's see if you can do better than hiss. You don't know how to use your voice, Bia. So the track was kind of cute. It was giving me a little bounce, but then it was and so it's like real deep in the background, and then you come on sounding like a little Porsha. Oh, I don't know. I see why you haven't done anything significant in rap. Oh God, awful. Oh my God, Cardi B could wipe her ass with that. That is, ooh, Lord, it was bad. Oh, ooh. You farted on the beat. Cardi B, 100, that was an embarrassment. Be embarrassed. Cardi B said, I'ma sue you for saying I lied on my pussy, and Cardi will take you to court. I'd apologize, and I'd apologize for making your listening audience hear that track. Oh, that was so fecal. Taraji gonna be hosting the BET Awards, and I hope they paying her ass. And I bet you she won't throw a hissy fit next year if somebody else hosts and she's not invited. In Housewives of Atlanta news, Porsha is still unable to film inside her marital home. Honestly, if it's this contentious, why do you want to film in there? We don't need to see where you don't live no more. I mean, y'all didn't film that much in Cordelia's house when he put you out there. You went right to your mama's. Go back to Diane's again. Or put your sister out your house, and that way you can fight with your sister all season. But I don't need to see inside the house that Fraud bought. Well, those were today's top stories from this bottom, but I'ma see you soon for something. Alleged what? Alleged who? Allegedly, allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly.